Imagine a world where buying a home becomes more accessible, but at the cost of decades-long debt. That's the bold vision behind President Trump's proposal for a 50-year mortgage plan, and it's sparking heated debates across the nation. But here's where it gets controversial. While some see it as a lifeline for aspiring homeowners, others argue it's a giveaway to banks and a recipe for financial stagnation. Let's dive into the 3 burning questions surrounding this plan and uncover why it's dividing opinions. 1. How does a 50-year mortgage stack up against a 30-year one? At first glance, a 50-year mortgage seems like a win for buyers. Lower monthly payments, right? But this is the part most people miss. The long-term cost is staggering. Take a $400,000 home with a 6.25% interest rate and a 10% down payment. While a 50-year loan might save you around $250 per month compared to a 30-year loan, you'll end up paying 86% more in interest over the life of the loan, a whopping $378,240 extra. And that's assuming interest rates stay the same, which they likely won't. Lenders typically charge higher rates for longer-term loans, making the disparity even worse. As Joel Berner, senior economist at Realtor.com, warns, the longer the loan, the more compensation the lender will demand. Why would banks and buyers even consider this? For buyers, the appeal is clear. Lower monthly payments make homeownership feel more attainable. But for banks, it's a goldmine. Longer loans mean more years to charge interest, boosting their profits. However, critics like Bruce Marks, CEO of the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, argue that buyers won't bite. Borrowers will see through this, he says. They'll know they're not building wealth. History supports his skepticism. Even 40-year mortgage options failed to gain traction. So, is this plan a genuine solution or a financial trap? Could this plan actually ease the housing crunch? Proponents argue it's a step toward affordability, but experts like Berner disagree. This isn't the best way to solve housing affordability, he says. Instead, he suggests tackling tariff-induced inflation and boosting housing supply through construction. Chris Hendricks of NBKC Bank adds that while lower interest rates would help, the government should focus on supporting first-time buyers and incentivizing home building. Marks goes further, advocating for policies that prevent large corporations from outbidding individual buyers and reinforcing the tried-and-true 30-year mortgage. The bigger picture. A generation at risk. The housing crisis is dire. The median age of first-time homebuyers is now 40, the highest since 1981. Hendricks laments, "We're looking at a generation that's been locked out of homeownership, unable to build wealth." While the 50-year plan aims to address this, it raises a critical question. Are we solving the problem or just delaying it? Controversial take. Is this plan a Band-Aid or a breakthrough? Trump insists the criticism is overblown, but MAGA supporters are up in arms. Calling it a bank bailout, Hassett counters that property appreciation offsets equity concerns. But is that enough? And what about the legal hurdles? The Dodd-Frank Act currently bars mortgages over 30 years from federal backing, meaning lenders might shy away. Could this plan ever get off the ground, or is it doomed from the start? Your turn. What do you think? Is a 50-year mortgage a game changer or a financial pitfall? Should the government focus on longer loans or tackle the root causes of the housing crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a conversation that could shape the future of homeownership.